Leo was an ugly, worthless, isolated child who was betrayed by humanity for being the strongest overpowered hero and reincarnated by God as a demon lord to destroy the entire world. In the year 447, the demon lord's skeletal army rushed towards the human soldiers, but even as they slayed the humans, all of them were revived and blessed with godly powers from the angels, and when a giant dragon began raining fire on his castle, Leo sat inside of his corridor, watching how the 6 heroes destroyed all of his strongholds. After being blessed with the gods, once all of his skeletons were annihilated by a magical tree, priests began praying to cast the branches to destroy his last base, and Leo saw Aureli, the great sage, who reincarnated with God's powers, with his anger swelling. He swore to burn him alive, but his Fenri general reminded him of his vow to the goddess of rebellion. So Leo accepted defeat to keep his oath as his castle was falling down. Leo dropped his wand and promised that he would reincarnate in 1,000 years to destroy all of humanity after a millennia had passed. 2 girls began exploring the ruins of his castle, looking to eliminate the nest of giant voids inside as they explored deeper. Celia realized they were entering the demon lord's tomb, and they eventually made it to the demonic gate, where she saw writing in a language she'd never seen before, so she tried translating it with her phone. However, it was as worthless as her companion Regina, who said that she would go looking for explosives in the other room as soon as she left. Celia touched the door and activated the magic seal, opening it in that instant. With the flames burning on, she saw a giant crystal in the middle, and her radar's limiter broke. But she saw a person was trapped inside when Leo reincarnated himself. He remembered meeting Rosilia, the goddess of rebellion, who told him that, 1,000 years from now, she'd be waiting for him in her child form, and disappeared before his eyes. At the same time, Celia continued firing at the crystal to free him, but Leo thought she was trying to rob his grave, so he destroyed the crystal to eliminate her. But as he got closer, he realized that she was the hottest girl he'd ever seen, and she wondered why a child was stuck inside a prison seal. When he looked to the side, he realized that he was back in his child form from when he was a hero, and Celia wondered how he got trapped inside. She began patting him down and hugged him to her chest, telling him that his sister will take care of him. Leo wondered how she could be so disrespectful to the demon lord, but suffocated inside of her huge cannons. By the time he woke up, he realized that his body was pathetic because of how easily he was subdued, and couldn't believe that he liked the way she disrespected him, but realized that he owed her his life for sharing her rations with him. The girl introduced herself as Celia, a member of the Excalibur Academy, and when she asked for his name, he realized that he could extract the information he needed by lying to her. But after saying that he was a 10-year-old named Leo, she thought he had a cute name, and he realized that her reaction indicated that his past was completely erased from history. However, since he was a child without any memory, she realized that he was definitely kidnapped by the voids. At the same time, Regina's limiter nearly maxed out, so she summoned her holy sword. Celia went on to explain that voids were dark creatures, and they didn't know anything about them or why they were called voids, and Leo thought this was just as useless as her explanations. The only thing he wanted to know was what year it was on the Holy God calendar, but she didn't know what the Holy God calendar was and told him it was year 64 of the unified human calendar. Just then, the earth began to quake, and Celia tried to protect Leo from the falling rocks, promising that she'll save him. The void broke through the walls of the room, but none of Celia's shots had any effect on the beast, so to prevent it from destroying his sacred mosum, Leo prepared to cast his magic, but fell flat on his face with the ogre about to slash them down. Regina fired a golden beam to cut its arm off, but the ogre managed to stand back up, so Regina transformed her holy sword into a dragon blaster. Seeing the light that was forming, Leo knew it wasn't magic, and the impact it had on the void monster was stronger than a Phase 4 explosion spell. So he wondered how it was still able to stand. Regina told them to start running away. So Leo took Celia's hand and realized that all of his reincarnation plans failed with this pathetic body. His only source of information was the hot girl moving him, but before them, a crystal fell down and a wyvern-class void appeared. Celia begged him to run away, but Leo was determined to use his powers to eliminate the bee and activated the magic from his wand. But before the wyvern would slash him down, Celia pushed him away and took the lethal blow instead. Wither.